Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, I see you, man.
Brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
Hey, yo, Shawn Porter, hold tight. We coming out there.
Live from Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, put your headphones on, man.
Time for the main event of the
Where's our guy at?
MIA.
I admitted him. He's been admitted. I don't know where he's at.
Grand entrance. You know he's a Tom Brady guy. He's got to celebrate a little bit today.
All right. Yeah, you're right. He threw the ball pretty well in the first half.
Now watch it.
A couple of ducks in the second half that got intercepted, but he held it together. The team held it together.
I saw it was an interesting decision late. Apparently, a kick a field goal was what I gathered from the Twitter world.
Yep.
But I was rooting for the Packers, but it is what it is. I don't really have a stone cold favorite that I want to win these last two.
Yeah. It says he's joining. We'll see what happens.
Man, let's see.
Yeah.
The grand entrance.
Nonetheless.
Does he got a Tom Brady hat on or shirt?
Nah, that ain't him.
Maybe.
You know he LV till he DIE.
Hey, I don't know, man. Pop up in something.
Nah, doubt it.
The suspense is unbelievable.
I think he hung up. He'll call back. He'll call back. Anyway, good fights last night on Showtime.
Yeah, very good fights.
Very good fights on Showtime. And we're gonna have some of the card on the show today, which I think is pretty cool. Cool Boy Steph. I like him.
A solid nickname too.
Yeah.
It's
And
smooth.
I like, yeah. Now, so is his name Stephen Fulton or is it Stephen Fulton? I've actually heard both.
I thought it was Stephen, but
Yeah. If it's Cool Boy Steph, then it's gotta be Cool Boy Steph.
I would assume. Did you see the video of? There was a video of Steph Curry was doing a press conference, and one of the reporters, his first name is Wardell, and so somebody called him that. He looked like, wait a second, but that was funny. Akron's own moved into number 2 all time in 3-pointers made.
Dang, quick too.
Yeah.
We knew that was coming, but
Yeah, past Reggie Miller.
I'm glad he got back going.
Yeah,
Was he out off the entire season last year?
Most of it, I think. I don't think it's going to take him too long career-wise to catch Ray Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, the best shooter of all time for you?
I'm really partial to Reggie Miller. I'm a big Reggie Miller fan, but it has to be Steph Curry.
I think it's Steph just based on how he's able to get his shots off.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I think just pure shooting, I think he's the best, but also I think out of those, like the all time is like Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Steph. I mean, you could throw some other guys in there, but I think Steph is the best getting his own shot, like off the dribble threes. But yeah, I obviously don't.
Ray was pure spot up.
Yeah, but I mean, Ray, when he was younger, he was young, he was hammering on people, but obviously I don't very much enjoy Steph. Took a couple of championships from my Cavs, but I think he's just somebody that's just unbelievable to watch as far as skill wise, and just he can do it in a lot of different ways. But yeah, I think he's the GOAT shooter of all time.
I agree. And we had another one this past week. So let me just catch everybody up. First of all, welcome to the Porterweight Podcast. Right now you have Showtime, Shawn Porter, and Carson Merk. We are waiting on Ant the dog, if that's what we want to call him today, to get up in here. I told him to call back, so he said okay. But Ant worked the way he worked, which is cool. But anyway, fast forward past that. I've been out here in Vegas for 8 years now, and this is the first time I have ordered the NBA package. And really how it came about was these last couple of years, I've been missing the Cavs games and just kind of crossing my fingers, hoping that they come on TV, TNT, whatever have you. And they're not that kind of squad right now, or they're starting to look like it. So I haven't been able to see any games at all for the last 2 years. And I was like, you know what? Do I like basketball enough to order the NBA package if all I'm going to watch is the Cavs? And I said, well, I do the same thing with the Browns, but I am a football fan, so I do usually end up catching the rest of the football games. Right now, I got on the Bills and the Chiefs. And I was like, you know what? If I order the NBA package, I'm sure I'm going to use it. And I order it up, and Cleveland looks good to start off the season, start off really hot. And then it kind of cooled off for me. And what did I say to you? I said, man, this is what I ordered the NBA package for. Yeah. I'm trying to see some dunks. I'm trying to see some blocks. I'm trying to see some big threes and some big wins. And lo and behold, be careful what you ask for, because the Cavs just swept the Brooklyn Nets, and which was really awesome for me to watch and be a part of. But brings me to Kyrie Irving. I was a Kyrie fan as soon as he hit the Cavs. Yeah, I know you abandoned him as soon as he abandoned the Cavs. Oh, no question. I kind of stuck with him because he's that good of a player and that much he's good. He's that talented. But to see him come back to Cleveland these last week or earlier this week and play against the young bull, as you call him,
as he's called. Now, I didn't deem that nickname. Yeah, he is known as Young Bull.
You always
you have to.
Colin Sexton, and the rest of the Cavs. I mean, they really was holding it down. We got 2 trades in that big James Harden trade, which was awesome. And those guys, that's what I'm saying is be careful what you ask for. I say I want to see blocks. I want to see big dunks. I want to see some big shots. And we've been getting all of that lately on the Cavs, in the Cavs games, which is pretty awesome. But let's segue back into boxing. We had big fights last night. And we got our first guest on the show today. I'm going to introduce him real quick. Improved to 19-0, grabbed that WBO junior featherweight title. Stephen, cool boy Steph Fulton. Let's get him up in here. I'm a big fan of his. I don't know if he even knows that, because I don't think we've met before. But I'm a big fan of his, man. I've been seeing him rock for a couple years now, and I like what I see out of him.
Yeah, like
what's
what I
up,
saw
cool boy?
What's up?
What's up with you?
Good, chillin'.
Hey, listen, have we actually met like personally before?
Yeah, a couple times.
Couple times? I was like, man, I'm not sure if we ever met before.
Did Shawn big time you?
I can tell you the first time. First time I was in National Golden Glove.
Oh, okay. Out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
All right. So slow your roll, Carson, because that was like what, 2016, 2014. Dang.
It might have been like 13, 14. Like
yeah.
It was 2014 because I won the Golden Gloves in 2013.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. Well, what I was just telling Carson is, man, I'm a big fan of yours, man. I'm a big fan of yours. Yep, I got you.
I can hear you now. What you say?
Yeah, I said I'm a big fan of yours, man.
Thanks.
And as Carson alluded to, cool boy Steph. I mean, it just rocks with you. But I love everything about you, man. I love your energy in the ring. I love the way you box, speed, quickness. And what you did last night against Angelo Leo, I don't think nobody was expecting that.
Yeah, my corner kind of wasn't expecting it either.
I heard them wanting to make some adjustments, and it was like, yo, you went right back to it. And from where I'm sitting at, you know what I mean? I'm at home, so at the end of the night, I ain't got nothing to deal with. You know, you the one that's you're gonna be sore the next day, or hearing coach yell the next week or whatever. And I'm sitting at home, I'm like, yo, he beating him at his game. So like, just keep on doing it. Like, I guess it seems like that was the team's strategy, but then it became just your strategy, even when they wanted you to do something different.
The team strategy was to box him in the early rounds until like the 4th, 5th round, then walk to him. But once I got in there, the first round and was boxing him, I seen I was getting touched with a little bit of things. So I had to make the adjustment of effort. I'm going to rumble him. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him early, then box him later. So when I started doing that, he started wearing down in the later rounds. And as he wore down, then it was a lot more easier for me to continue to double up, triple up, quadruple up on the jab and hit him and be able to box him more on the outside as well as mixing it up and go back in the inside.
There you go.
So I did take off with the plan. Like I kind of flipped the plan. We supposed to box early and rumble later. I kind of rumbled early and box later.
Yeah, and honestly, you mentioned the jab. The biggest takeaway for me was your timing and then controlling the distance, because you were able to seem like every time he was going to let something go, you just fired the jab out, and he was like, "Oh damn, can't throw now." And then you controlled that distance enough where he had to kind of expose himself to get a big shot in on you, and you just controlled that distance. But no, that was a great performance, man. How did you feel overall? You feel like you really rocked out?
Overall, I feel like it was a good performance, but I feel like I could have did better than that. I know I'm better than that. I just feel like the inactivity probably kind of played a little bit of part in it, but I feel like I could have did way better than that. I still feel as though I could let my hands go a lot more than that.
Have you been in a fight like that before?
Not really.
Because y'all threw 1,000 punches going into the 7th round, and almost 2,000 total. And you know, whenever that happens, it's always like, who's going to be the first to gas out? When is that fatigue going to take place? And if you've never been in a fight like that, is why I asked. It's almost like mentally it's like you pull back because you've never been in that kind of situation. How did you handle that? Like knowing that you were going to continue to go at dude, and then the punches were going, and the fast pace that y'all maintain. How were you able to handle that mentally?
Mentally, I consider myself like one of the best mentally the best. I got one of the best IQs in the game right now, especially in my division.
Yeah,
I take the mental part of it a lot better than I do take the actual physical aspect of it. So I do believe that it's more mental than it is physical.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
by
me dealing with it was kind of like when I was in the gym, I upped my minutes in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
On everything. I ran for a full month straight. The last I worked my butt off from October all the way until January. But once it hit January mark, I just focused that whole month on just my weight and condition, weight and running. So I was running about 4 to 5 miles a day. And then on Sundays I run like 9 or 8 2 times because I like to go to the gym, then I like to run when I leave the gym every day. So if I'm not in the gym on Sundays, I just
I'm gonna ask you one more question. I'm gonna let my guy Ant jump in there. He just got on the show actually.
Yeah, I'm running late.
You a mess. But hey, one more question for you. You call yourself Cool Boy Steph. I read a lot of you, a lot of fighters in general, people in general, and I see that in you. I can see that you are very mentally strong, and I can tell that your focus and your drive is just different than a lot of guys that I see boxing. Do you think that you carry your personality into the ring, or do you think you kind of hit a switch and you become somebody else?
I feel like I carry my personality in the ring. Like I'm just always being me.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, Ant. You got a question?
Hey man, how does it feel to be only Philly champion right now, man? They got the city on your back.
Yeah, it feels good right now. I feel good.
Yeah, and when I was watching that fight last night, I texted Shawn and the guys in the group. I said this fight was reminding me of Porter Spence. I heard some other people say that to you also.
Somebody didn't say that.
Yeah, but I felt the way you did it. You banged with him, but you actually won it clear. They're like, it was clearly you was banging inside. You fought his fight and took it away from him. You literally have to beat the dog out of him, and he never stopped. All credit to Leo, man. But you proved that you have more dog, more skill. You can bang with the bangers. Man, your future looks bright, man. Future looks bright.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Speaking of Philly, who do you have? Who is your Mount Rushmore top 4 Philly fighters all time?
All time, B-Hop. I gotta put 2 of the greats in there and 2 of the currents right now. So I'm gonna pick B-Hop and Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, but then I gotta pick Meldred.
Hey,
I'll put myself in there.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
You can't be from the city, man, and repping Lakers.
Oh man, this is one Lotus.
Hey, you been a Laker fan?
I always like Kobe. Okay, I'm not really big on ball. I'm big on like players.
Yeah. And the way the game going now, that's kind of what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so what's next for you, man? Aleem was in the ring. He looked good last night. We came front on that. Were you in the back room watching that before you went out?
Yeah, I watched all the fights before I went out.
Okay. Man, listen, man. I watch the fights, but I have to keep my mind on what I'm doing. And a lot of times, I don't know about you, but when I watch fights, I'm always like, man, you need to do this, man. I would do this, I would do that. And then I have to remind myself, like, yo, you get in the ring and just a little bit, like, stay focused on what you got to do, because you're not fighting like one of them dudes, you know. I always end up turning my head from the TV or turning it off and turning it on, because I will get like invested in whatever's on TV. So that's why I asked if you had watched all the fights in the back room.
Yeah, I definitely watched all the fights, and I just felt super good around this time. So I kind of was on that type time that you just was saying, like, damn, man, he should have did this, he should have did that. Yeah. Like, but I know people be looking at me like that too, from the outside looking in, like, damn, he should do this. And it's always easier said than done.
Right.
You got a little hit list there. Cool boy Steph. Who's up next? Who you got? Give us a couple of them you want.
The winner of Leo or Brenagh Figueroa, if they decide to fight. MJ. I just want title holders. I want to be the first undisputed.
I saw that.
There never was nobody undisputed in this weight class. And I feel like since I've been making it a big deal within last year and this year, now the guys in my division want to, unify and make it a big deal. I feel like I'm like one of the top dogs at the weight class. So of course, I only want belt holders, but if I had to take a Aleem fight or somewhere else, I'll definitely do it.
Mm-hmm. How you think that fight plays out with you and Aleem?
I feel like he's a little too sloppy.
I
feel like he's too sloppy. I'm not gonna hold you. I think I'll stop him.
Yeah.
I think I'll stop him. See, I don't think he's a good fighter, but I don't think he has that. Leo is a tough fighter. He got that willpower. He didn't want to be He didn't want to be broken. I broke him, but he still had a piece of him that was like, I'm not getting stopped. He still had that, and I'm gonna keep fighting until the end. Yeah. I don't think Aleem has that.
Yeah, I see. Aleem is explosive. He looks strong.
He has his moments,
and he has his moments. Yeah, exactly.
And he had his opponent out a couple times and didn't know how to finish him. Yeah. You don't know how to finish opponents.
Yeah.
He had some big misses when he had him hurt. I kept noticing that he would throw one big shot when he had him hurt, and I was like, dude, slow down a second and just throw some shots. But I think you stopped Figueroa, to be honest.
Your
fight last night, did you feel it was close, or did you feel it was in your hands? Like you feel like you feel pretty comfortable?
Honestly, after I said this, the score I have the scorecard, so it was like, damn, I said the same thing in the scorecard said. Yeah, like damn near from the 5th on up, I took over, and that's when I feel like I started to show the separation from the 5th on up.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and it was even hard for me to give Leo early rounds as well. I mean, I think I had you win basically every single round, and I even sat back like asking myself. I watched it twice. I'm like, are you giving rounds to Fulton because you like him, or is that really how the fight's going? I mean, even statistically, the numbers showed that it was very close, but it showed that you basically outlanded him virtually every round, which is why I basically gave you every round to the fight. But at the same time, you're in the ring doing it. Even your corner's telling you, hey, get back on the outside, use your jab. You're going against the grain when they're asking you to do something a little different. So that's why I asked if you felt pretty confident and comfortable that you were winning the fight.
No, for sure. And then when they would like tell me to get back to this or stay off the rope, I definitely agree. But you know how it is being a fighter, and you don't like the things that they're telling you to do not always working at the time. So you have to wait till the adjustments be right for yourself in the ring. And that's kind of how it was. Like the certain shots that when I would be in there, I was analyzing them and watching his body motion. Certain shots he was trying to throw, I just knew like the things that I wanted to do wasn't going to work, or the things that they said to do wasn't going to work at those certain moments.
He's a presser. And he's gonna press, and he's gonna throw a lot of punches. So yeah, I get it. Getting back on.
I feel like I have to stand my ground too.
Yeah. I agree. And you got something for him?
Yeah. After last night, you think Floyd knows your name now? Also, where your bonus at? We need my money. We need that money.
No, he know me now.
Hey, and he got a couple.
In the elevator this morning.
Oh, okay. They put some respect on your name now, right?
Yeah. For sure.
And he got some more guys on his roster. I mean, I don't know what your future plans moving up after you clean out the division. You willing to clean out the Mayweather promotions too?
It depends. It depends. It depends.
Okay, I know they got Tank over there. You know, a couple guys in the middle, but
I would have to move up. I would have to
Yeah.
move up a couple weight class for them type of fights.
yeah, that's down
Like
the
the
road.
Rollies, the Tanks, and all of them. They are a lot bigger than me right now.
Yeah. I mean, you got bigger plans right now. Beyond undisputed.
Well,
Yeah, I
listen,
want to
cool
speak
boy
about
Steph.
this.
We appreciate you coming on the show today, giving us a little bit of your time. We appreciate your work in the ring, and we're looking forward to you getting back
Congrats.
here soon. Congratulations.
Thanks. Appreciate y'all.
Talk to you later, boss.
Stay blessed, man.
Y'all too, man. Stay away from that corona.
Yeah, man. No joke.
Yeah, man.
Floyd Mayweather, we need that money. We need that money, Floyd. All right.
Anthony.
Yeah, buddy. He had it
Welcome.
twice.
Hey, we here, baby.
Well, no, he had it once, and then Leo had it once, right? Yeah.
I didn't know if Leo had it. I know he had it once. That's why the last fight got rescheduled. But yeah, no, he looked good. Like I said it to him, but he just that timing. That every time it looked like Leo was gonna throw, it was like boop, jab thrown out there, and he just couldn't really get around it enough to get the shots off that he wanted to. So yeah, it was a good performance. I'll be honest, I wasn't too familiar with either of them.
Yeah.
But I was impressed by both, but obviously more impressed.
I've been seeing him for a minute, man. And I like him. He's
a good fighter, man.
He's a good fighter, and he's a
fighter.
grinder. You know what I mean? I think he's a classic Philly fighter. You know, he's got the speed and the quickness, but he also got that grit and that fight in him. You know what I mean? That not a lot of fighters have, especially at that weight class. At that weight class, there's a lot of punches. You know what I mean? But when you get that resistance, you know, a lot of guys can't handle that resistance. And you know, he said, "Yo, man, I handled it in the gym. You know, I upped everything and just brought it to the ring with me last night." And I saw Angelo Leo fight the previous fight when he was supposed to fight Stephen Fulton, and that's how I became familiar with Angelo Leo. And trust me, I mean, y'all saw the fight last night. Angelo Leo, he'll be back. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where you know you match a match last night, but how many guys can handle the kind of pressure that he brings and things like that. If most guys when they fight a guy like Angelo Leo, you take one step back and it gives a guy like Leo confidence that you can't handle it, and they just keep coming. And you know, he's broken a lot of guys down in the past, and I actually thought that possibly could happen, especially at the pace of the fight. I thought that it could happen with Cool Boy Steph. He caught Cool Boy with some really good body shots and some good head shots as well, you know, but Cool Boy was right back at it, you know, and that's the fight game.
The way Leo fought even his performance literally last night, if you took that and put it against somebody else, he could beat a lot of fighters in that division.
Yeah.
Like that. Like it wasn't a performance where we were like, oh man, he busted him up, he didn't fight well. Like, it was a pretty good, solid, good performance, and then a great performance. They
brought their A games to the ring.
Yeah,
for sure. I think they elevated each other as well.
Yeah,
both of them. You know, go ahead.
I'm not mad at a rematch down the road. Eventually, I think they see each other again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. The card overall is pretty good.
Yeah, I would like to see the Aleem fight with Cool Boy Steph as well, or vice versa with Leo. You know. Yeah,
Aleem, just like I mentioned, he obviously drops him a few times, but he had these moments where, and that's undefeated in boxing. That will be for around as long as boxing's around. Yes. You hurt somebody and then you throw one huge shot instead of like trying to get your body in position to throw more, straight shots.
Yeah. And
he would knock the dude back, Pasillas, and he would like kind of stumble. And I'm like, all right, just get close, fire a couple shots off. He'd throw one big like left-handed miss, and then he allow himself to gather. But no, he looked good too. I think
it's so funny to see Carson say, "Get close."
Yeah, it was like I was just waiting. Like I'm watching. I'm like, all right, you have him hurt.
Like, how do you get close, Carson?
No, because Carson's at home. Like, hey, calm down. Like, come on.
I'm just like, I'm the fat guy just sitting there like, oh yeah, if I was in there, this is what I would do. But no, it was he looked good. He did what he had to do, got him out of there. But just like I think Fulton mentioned specifically right on the money, just a little bit sloppy at times.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Fulton will win that fight comfortably. He might stop him.
And
I think
I
he stops
actually thought
Figueroa.
that here's a testament to Fulton's mental fortitude and how in shape mentally and how ready for a fight he is. I actually thought he was older than Angelo Leo. They're both 26. But as I'm watching the fight, I'm trying to figure out where's the separation here. How is Fulton just that much better than this kid tonight? And seamlessly beating him, from the outside until they get close, and then beating this kid at his own game on the inside. I'm like, is he just more mature than this guy? And maybe that's just the separation at this point. Maybe Leo just needs to mature a little bit, and he can handle a fight like this. So I look it up; they're both 26.
Yeah,
and it's just Cool Boy's mentality in the ring and who he is. He showed himself to be very mature last night at basically every capacity of the fight, from the outside to inside, beating Leo at his own game, ripping to the body, coming up to the head. I mean, some vicious uppercuts by us, Cool Boy Steph last night too.
Yeah, he made the bantamweight division look pretty good.
Yeah,
usually I don't usually go down there.
I know, and this is why I was so excited to talk about the card last night, because I could tell through the group text that like y'all were enjoying fights that y'all normally wouldn't even really entertain, and it was cool. I mean, even let's go on to Aleem, Aleem, a guy who, if you compare him to Steph, Cool Boy Fulton, it's not night and day, but they are. I think Steph is further along than Aleem, but Aleem strong, explosive, quick, fast.
Clearly
gave
powerful.
You some knockdown. He's powerful. Gave you some knockdowns to make you say, "Oh, what's going on in the 122-pound division?" You know, it was some good fights last night. I thought that too. I thought that Aleem was matched up pretty well with the guy in front of him, a guy that didn't have any movement. Really didn't have any lateral movement at all to step over a pivot, nothing, and was right there to be hit by a guy who does punch very wide. So, moving forward, when you have a fight like that where you could have almost gotten the guy out, what you're supposed to do is go look back at those knockdowns. What did I do prior to the knockdown to get the knockdown? Then what did I do after the knockdown that didn't cause me to knock this guy out? So I think it took some time, and then it took the refs actually to step up and stop the fight. So, but at any rate, I really like Aleem too.
Yeah, and he moved up. I think he's right up there, like top one or two spots in at least one of the sanctioning bodies.
Mm-hmm.
My only concern, for lack of a better term, is that he's 30 already. So it's not like he's a young fighter with that raw ability. Like he's 30 and still has some of those deficiencies that I'm not sure if it's something that you can just like flip a switch and change at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if anything, he's gonna be in some entertaining damn fights, and it has shown the power that he can put some people down. So
I think if anything, when it comes to improving, I think it's all a matter of the fighter. I really don't think that anyone gets to a point where they can improve or can get better. It's all about what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to adapt to. If he's just going to accept that I'm a wide puncher and my hooks are wide and my overhand rights are wide, and I don't need to fix that, then he'll stay the same. But if he's looking at contending against somebody like Cool Boy Steph, who again has great boxing ability from the outside, and then we saw last night that he's a rough fighter, can get rough and tough and go to the body and fight in the pocket. If Aleem isn't willing to look at someone like him and want to beat somebody like Cool Boy Steph and figure out what it takes to beat him, then yeah, he's going to stay the same. But I'm hoping he gets better, because I can see congratulations to Cool Boy. Now he's a world champion, but sure. I could see Aleem being a world champion too. He's very explosive and powerful for the weight class. And I think that means a lot, even when you do some things that are a little unorthodox or could get you caught, Yeah.
And we're not nitpicking, but we're reacting to a knockout win. So it's not like he lost and we're like, reconstruct everything. Like we're reacting to him, getting a stoppage. So it's not like he went out there and didn't fight well. It's just small things, adjusting going forward.
Absolutely, yeah, small things, and I mean coming out right out of the gate, second round knockdown.
Big shot too.
Yeah,
that second round knockdown was a big shot.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
I seen
right.
highlights of it. I thought he was done when I seen the replay. I'm like,
yeah, when your shoulders stiffen like that, that's never a good sign.
30 minutes into the second round, and was just even that punch. I mean, I think he threw a jab, and he was escaping to his right, and then just stopped and threw an overhand right. You know, so to me, he's the kind of fighter who can counterpunch you. And be first. And I think that that's a rare commodity in boxing. Normally it's one or the other. You know, you don't get too many guys who can be explosive punching first and also be explosive punching second. And that's a rare commodity.
And we didn't mention it at 122, who is a guy that we've mentioned on here before, is your guy Luis Nery.
I know Luis. So to me, Luis is at the top of the list.
Yeah, 31-0.
Yeah, he's at the top of the list, and I have not seen anyone stronger than Luis Nery. The difference in the power between Luis Nery and Aleem is the way that they use it. Luis Nery is the kind of guy he's gonna press up on you, and he's gonna punch down on you and break you down and take you out. Again, Aleem is the kind of fighter who he has power like on his move. So he needs to be able to explode off of his back leg and come in with the overhand rights, or come in with the hooks, or vice versa. If you're coming at him, he stops and then he explodes coming back, and that's how he counter punches you. And I think the power is just a little bit different, but I haven't seen at 122. I haven't seen that kind of power in a long time.
I would love
outside of Gary Russell, who now obviously is at 126.
Yeah, I would love Fulton and Nery.
I would love Fulton and Nery.
Because you saw an action fight last night. There's no way that fight isn't at that level of action or even higher. But
I'm pretty sure Luis Nery is a southpaw too.
Yeah, which is nice little another wrinkle.
That adds to nice little wrinkle.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned the frustration before when you mentioned that we don't usually enjoy the 122 fight sometimes.
Leo Santa Cruz, 1,000 punches down there.
And the one that always comes to mind, which I mentioned, was Figueroa. He's one that just frustrates me because I think he had the hype behind him, and so anytime in any division, really in any sport, when there's hype behind somebody, all three of us are like, all right, let me see the hype. Why are you hyping this guy up?
Yeah.
And so Figueroa, they were hyping him up, and I was like, okay, like he's okay, like he's decent, good fighter. He's he's up there. He's a champion. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't see it fully from him yet.
I don't. Figueroa has been squeezing in the 122 for a long time.
He said squeezing.
Yeah, maybe 26. maybe he does a little more.
I can't see him squeezing into that weight class anymore. Trust me, guys, you'll be surprised if he does it this year. And if he does not get hurt trying to do it, I think he's too big for the weight class. And I think one thing a lot of fighters do, even myself at 147, we try to maximize who we are as fighters and where we can do it. For me, it was moving down to 147, understanding that, that I would have, hopefully have some advantages. And that's the same thing that Brandon Figueroa has been doing at 122, but I don't think he can do it much longer. The kid is almost 6 foot tall, and then 122 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah.
And that could be part of my frustration, is that he has potential. I think, like, when you look at Figueroa, you're not like, oh, this guy doesn't have anything going for him.
Yeah.
He has tools. I just haven't seen it click. And it could possibly be like you're saying, where he's squeezing into the weight class. He's focusing more on kind of getting there than he is maybe filling out where he needs to be weight wise.
I'm not really sure of his training either. I think that there's some other trainers out there that could take him to another level. And if you're considering the kind of abilities that he should have with his kind of size, but I think that you see him in the ring with Fulton. Fulton's gonna outbox him and possibly even stop him. You see him in the ring with Nery. Nery stops him. Aleem, I think that's a good fight. and I think that Aleem could potentially stop him as well. So even though he has a belt, Brandon Figueroa, I do think that he does not have the abilities that a lot of those other fighters have in that weight division.
And the only guy in that division that has more than one belt, and I apologize because I'm not going to get this name correctly.
Come on, Carson.
Come on, Ahmad
Carson.
Aliyev.
The French kid?
No, I do not believe you. I think he's from Uzbekistan.
Okay.
But Ahmad Aliyev, so I apologize. Unlike Shawn, when I mispronounced the name, I said it ahead of time. I wasn't going to nail it.
I keep going.
Yeah. But he's 8-0, but he's got the IBF and then also has the Super WBA, and then Figueroa has the other WBA. We don't know how that goes. Where
I looked it up today. You got the Super WBA champion, you got the World WBA champion, you got the interim WBA champion, and then you got the Gold WBA champion, and they have that for every single weight class. I honestly thought it was just certain weight classes. Like that, there was more than one like champion in
hey,
those.
Don't you got something, Shawn?
No, I don't got nothing.
You ain't got like the silver?
No.
I thought you won. You didn't win nothing in the Formella fight because you had a belt on looking like my
hold on, man. Hold on.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna let you.
Wait a second. Now I'm starting.
That was a recycled belt. That was a recycled belt.
He did too.
He did. They go once you win a belt. It was like the WBA
podcast champion.
Belt. I recycled that belt.
Nah, man.
WBC silver title.
If they give you
that's not a world, but that's not a world title. That's not a world title.
Respect to you, Shawn. You don't wear it like it is. Hey, my man. Nah, I ain't gonna say.
They're gonna give you a.
Don't do that.
They're gonna
you on everybody's mind right now. Don't do it.
They're gonna give you a podcast belt next time you win.
There you go. I like that.
Carson, chill out.
And did you? Hey, so we got another guest coming in. Did you know that, at least?
Yeah, I knew that.
All right, you jumping on late, so we're not going an extra 20 minutes because you missed the first 20.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, and we're deducting your pay as well.
All right, cool.
All right,
that's what's crazy. I'm trying to go on vacation.
Here we go. Recently won just last night, 13-0. We got Romero coming into the chat, fellas. WBA interim champion.
Hey, what up, Shawn?
What's up with it?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm good. Just got back.
Yeah, man.
Today.
How you feeling?
Jet lagged as hell. I haven't slept since yesterday.
Hey, I know how that go. Listen, man, let me say this. I know that a lot of people have given you slack for your last fight against Jackson Martinez, and I'm sure that's the only thing everybody talked about leading up until this last fight. Was that a 6-round stoppage? 7-round stoppage?
Yeah.
Do you think the talk is over?
Of Martinez?
Yeah.
That ain't never gonna stop. Nothing's ever gonna stop.
Right answer. When my dad talked. Yeah, go ahead.
I bred this environment. I created this environment, this toxic environment. So you know what? I have to be the man, and I have to be able to take this toxic environment. For sure. So in saying that, what are you doing? Are you just getting right back to the gym and continuing to work? You gonna take some time off, or what's going on? What's next for you? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna start working out in a week, and just take this week off, let my body relax a little bit, and then go back, start training again. I've been really enjoying training lately, so I mean, it's just I think I'm just growing as a fighter, and I came into the sport not too long ago, so I've grown a lot since then.
Come on, man. Yeah, I know you kind of a newbie to this thing, and
I'm new to the sport.
Yeah, not even just like being a pro. Like you're kind of a newbie, and for you to get here at this point is a blessing. And I think at this point now, it's about improving. It's about listening to the right people, the people that are gonna give you all that slack about your last fight that wasn't even your very last fight. Don't put them all the way in the rearview mirror, but leave them behind, understanding that I'm gonna get better and I'm gonna improve and be a better Rolly next time you see me out,
Yeah. I mean, in reality, like I said, they don't really bother me. Like I said, I'm known for being a troll on the internet, so it doesn't really bother me,
Yeah, we did that Zoom call, and as soon as you got on, like it got hot.
Yeah. Don't even bring that up. Now, he tried to act up, but he shut up really quick.
Yeah.
And like I said, I heard he made a few phone calls apologizing.
Oh, okay. There you go. And Carson, y'all got something?
The block was hot immediately on a Zoom call.
Yeah. What's kid's name? Was Colbert. Colbert was on the
Chris
line.
Colbert.
Yeah,
I was gonna have him flown out and everything.
It was a bunch of us on the line. It was a bunch of us on the line, and when he signed on, Chris Colbert saw him and started jabbing at him real quick.
So man, I'll tell Shawn, you got one of those attitudes outside the ring that you need to like kind of bring wrestling into wrestling attitude, like have a life outside of boxing to build up boxing. You one of those guys that do that. You play the villain and you play it well. You like, I don't give a F if you like me. F you, F your mama. Hey, I'm one of those guys. I want the rematch with Martinez, but also I like how you carry yourself outside the ring, because at the end of the day, they want to see you fight next week. They want to see you fight this week. They keep wanting to see you fight, and what you do outside the ring contributes to all that, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I try to entertain the world as much as I can outside the ring, because, you know, fighting inside the ring is one thing, but you got to be entertaining outside too, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you become megastar.
Your initial opponent for this weekend, he just chalked it up, huh? He just came in.
I'm don't know. I'm gonna say it like this. He came in 4 pounds overweight. I came in a pound underweight. And we said we still make the fight, you know, try to lose some weight. So he comes back a pound higher. So now he's 6 pounds over me. I'm just like, man, fuck, we make the fight at 140. Now he says that he's peeing blood. It's like, okay, you know, he just don't want to fight.
Jeez.
Yeah. How did you think, obviously, you get a late replacement as Sparrow. How do you think overall you fought yesterday, kind of adjusting to that?
I mean, everybody says it was a great performance. I boxed well. I jabbed, you know, I hurt him multiple times. I dropped him, you know, that second drop where he had hurt his knee, you know, that was an uppercut. You know, it's like.
That was confusing.
Yeah, it confused me too. I didn't think I hit him that hard. But, I mean, with all the low blows and all the dirty stuff he was doing just to try to survive, you know, it's like, we know he didn't want to be there. Yeah. And it was just going to be, like I said, little by little, it was just going to be him getting taken down little by little, you know?
So what you think is going to take for you to go from being the interim champion to the next level of becoming a world champion in one of the other sanctioning bodies?
I mean, I have to fight for one of the belts, but I mean, the people that have the belts are Teofimo, Devin Haney, and Tank. And I don't think any of those fights are going to happen. So I can try my hardest. You know, I've called everybody out. And, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Are they overlooking you, or are they avoiding you?
I think they just avoiding me.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that always just shows up to the party uninvited, you know. They all talk about each other, but they don't talk about me. But you know what? They all know me really well too. So,
who you want the most out of them, Devin?
I want Devin.
Why Devin more?
Because I like that WBC belt.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that belt. I think the color goes well with my eyes.
Hey, Rolly, if you don't call Floyd with Floyd, put Javante on 3-way and make this damn fight happen. Y'all stablemates. Well, I respect y'all because y'all willing to fight each other. Y'all don't like each other. I mean, you don't have to say it. I understand. Y'all don't like each other.
Y'all willing
to make the fight. Huh?
I don't think I like anybody.
At the villain role. See, this
I promise you, the first time
you hang out with Floyd.
The first time I met him at the track, I was like, yo, it's me. Like, he give a damn.
Yeah.
So with my little mean mug and all.
Yeah.
How is it?
Like, what's up?
You've been working with Coach Wade.
Yeah, I've been working.
How's
with
that
Coach
been?
Wade. It's been great. Coach Wade's really. I mean, he's a great strength and conditioning coach. It's just simple that he knows what he's doing.
Hey, let me ask you this: you got Teofimo Lopez, Javante Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. Just out of those 4 guys, who do you think you would match up the best with?
To fight?
Yeah. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, and Tank Davis.
I think for me, the easiest fight is Tank. He's going to just come in, run right into a punch. And then, Ryan.
Are you serious?
Ryan,
are you serious? Oh, okay.
You got to realize Tank's the smallest one out of the bunch.
You think you can stop Tank?
I'd knock him out.
Okay. All right. How many rounds? Ryan said 2. If he say 2, I think you got more power.
If Ryan said 2, I'm going to say 1.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you know what? I got Ryan Garcia knocking him out in 2.
No, you don't.
Really?
No, you don't.
I'll tell you this. Ryan has a good hook. He's really fast. I think a lot of people overlooking Ryan.
Did you box him in amateurs?
No, I beat the shit out of him in sparring really bad. Yeah, that shit went viral.
Hey, you sparred Tank yet?
I never sparred Tank. We're supposed to spar twice, and he ducked me both times. He ain't show up.
So Tank don't want the smoke and sparring.
He don't want the smoke.
So Tank's scared. All right, cool.
Hold on.
I'll just be the one to say I don't think Tank is scared of anyone, but that's just me.
No, I'm just saying what he said. Okay.
I would like to see you in Devon.
I have the messages. I could prove it.
Oh man, I would like to see you in Devon.
Hey, my man said I got receipts.
I got receipts.
Oh man, this is crazy. Y'all stablemates, man. Y'all supposed to be like brothers. What you doing?
Man, they no stablemates in boxing.
No, that's the
top rank be having each other fight each other all damn day.
All right, so you want the smoke? You want the smoke?
I want to smoke with anybody. If they got a belt, I want that belt.
All right. So Tank, bring that belt over here, baby.
He said he want that WBC though.
Good looking
I want
belt.
that I already have a WBA belt, but I want a WBC belt.
Okay. What you doing? What you doing? What are you about to pull out?
I'm assuming it's gonna be the belt.
I know.
It's gonna be a ham sandwich. There it is.
There you go.
Okay.
Here it is. Nothing wrong with that.
See, this is Rolly Jr.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolly Jr.
So what's the next one name gonna be?
Angelica Jr. That's the WBC belt.
Angelica, huh?
Yeah, after my sister.
All right. I dig that. Hey, man, God
Rolly
bless you,
Jr.
man.
needs a sister.
I hope you get it. I hope you get it just for that.
Did I hear you come out to some Lupe yesterday?
Yeah, Lupe the Killer. What's Rolly the Killer now?
Oh, okay.
This boy dude right here, boy.
Hey,
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Lupe got the man. He got the best mixtapes, man. Lupe underrated.
I just came across one of his mixtapes I had never heard. I was tripping, sending Carson every single track. Like Lupe's my guy.
Dude, Lupe. I don't care what anyone says. Lupe the GOAT.
Yeah,
underrated as hell. True.
I agree.
Underrated, man.
So
my favorite song, hip hop of all time, hip hop saved my life.
You got. Oh yeah, that's your cut, huh?
That's my favorite song of all time. That song I walked out to when I won my world title.
That's what's up. So what if you had 2 other like favorite Lupe joints, what would they be?
I like Switch. Obviously Lupe the Killer. Happy Industries. I like a lot of Lupe stuff. The Cool. Hustler for Death, No Heaven for a Gangster. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Lupe fan. I like Lupe.
Yeah. I like Lil Weapon. What you got one, Carson? What?
Oh, I Tell Roses is my number 1.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, we might need to start a group text and just exchange Lupe songs all day.
Y'all crazy.
Hey, when I get Lupe on here, Rolly, I'm gonna have you come back on, all right?
Hey, have him walk out with me.
Damn, you asked for the most.
Yeah, he went all the way over, didn't he?
My man said.
I'm struggling to get him on the show. You like, yo, ain't no fans there, but Lupe gonna be there.
No.
All right, no, we got
when
it.
the fans come back, I don't think it's gonna be too long till they come back.
Yeah, you're right.
Rolly, we'll make this happen. I'll pay the money. You stop Javante in the first round, I'll pay the money. I got it. Yeah, I'll pay the money.
All right.
I'm dead serious. I ain't gonna say I got money.
Hey,
I got the money. I got the money. I'll make it happen.
Hey, Rolly, don't listen to him, man. Don't listen to him.
Hey, Carson. Carson, I'll pay the money.
Hey, congratulations on last night, Rolly.
Don't let him go. This was entertaining. I like this guy.
Hey, look, apparently we're gonna have you back on regardless of if Lupe is here or not, but we appreciate your time, boss.
Dude,
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Who's if you the next three opponents, if you could pick?
Shoot. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia. Who
Okay.
else?
All
Okay.
of them. Young.
They all have belts. I want belts.
What about Loma?
Loma don't have a belt.
Oh, you only belt or not? Okay.
Yeah, I want belts.
Okay.
I gotta start a collection. They're like Pokemon cards.
Hey, you know, Rolly, you know money talks though. You know money talks.
I don't know, man. I don't really box for money.
Oh, who is this?
Boxing for the belts.
He needs something to hold his pants up,
Only
man.
for Romero.
I box
Boxing for
because
the
I
belts.
want to be the best. I swear on everything. I never thought about the money when I boxed.
Huh?
I've always been good. Like, I'm not gonna say I've been rich or anything, you know, but
Yeah.
I've always been good, and you know, money isn't where I find my happiness.
Okay.
I
did.
figured that out long ago. You know, I can make a lot of money, but
Still
it's not
be
where I
sad.
find my happiness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
Reach on it.
Yeah, I give you that.
Hey, we appreciate you, Rolly. We look forward to having you back, boss.
This
Let
dude
me know
right
whenever.
here.
All right,
This dude
now.
right, this dude
Yeah.
right here is something else. This man made for TV, boy. This dude right here.
Yeah, we're gonna start the Rolly show.
All right, now.
All right,
All right.
man.
Man, let me get you off here. Porter with podcast. Hey, the Rolly show.
You let me keep going. I'm gonna get something out of him.
Yeah, he is a character, that's for sure.
Yeah. I did think I was gonna get into it with him, but no, he plays the villain well.
Yeah, somebody's got to.
Well.
Yeah.
What?
Floyd did it for years. Shawn plays a nice guy. How that shit going for you?
Not good.
No, somebody called him the nicest guy in boxing. Yes.
He called himself the nicest guy.
No,
in
somebody
boxing.
else, Carson. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Shawn was ghostwriting somebody else.
Oh,
whoever
that's
said
his
that.
ghost account? That's a ghost account.
I should create a ghost account.
Shawn was like, "Hey, anytime you talk about the nicest guy in boxing, I mentioned this on the podcast once. Co-sign that."
Hilarious.
We got a couple fights next week,
dude
or a fight next week, huh?
My dude, hold on. My dude said belts is like Pokemon cards. I'm trying to collect some belts.
He said that? I was laughing.
He said that.
My man said, I'll stop him in one round.
What Pokemon card would you be, Carson?
Oh, dude.
Snorlax, the fat one. That'd be Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Yeah.
And
You know I didn't play Pokemon
Yeah,
cards.
you
Man.
didn't
Do I
have
look like a guy that played Pokemon cards?
yeah. You don't.
There was the best quote I heard about belts was actually from Royce the 5'9's dad on their podcast. Speaking of Lupe,
Yeah.
his uncle had a black belt, and he was gonna fight Royce the 5'9's dad.
Right.
And so he's like, "Oh, he has a black belt." And Royce's dad said, "That's gonna do nothing but hold his pants up." I was like, "Damn,
Yeah.
that's ruthless."
Yeah. Who we got next week?
Caleb Plant.
I'm
Caleb
just wanting you
Truax.
to make the announcement. Don't talk to me like that.
What?
You
I'm
did
not
say it like it
announcing
wasn't. You did say it like it wasn't a fight, though, Sean. Who we got next week?
Yeah.
No, I wanted him to make the announcement. He like, Caleb Plant, you ain't up on
Yeah,
it.
well, you acted like I was unveiling some top secret information. It's very public information. The Battle of the Calebs.
Where we watching the fight at? That's the real question.
My
I'm
house, in your
I'm
house.
in New Orleans. Y'all come out to that? I got a house out there.
Uh,
Not a house, but
I would like to see Caleb Plant really have a dominant performance.
yes, me too.
I think
Yeah,
he
dominate
needs to.
this guy. No question. Don't even give him an ounce to breathe. Just pick him apart.
Do you think, Sean? Do you think this is his best opponent yet?
We had a discussion about that.
I do not agree with Ant. He said that Jose
Uzcategui.
Uzcategui is not as good as Caleb Truax. I disagree. I think that Uzcategui is or would beat Truax. However, I do think that Truax is a really good fighter. Styles make fights. I do think that this is the kind of style that could give Caleb some resistance and some problems. But I just, from knowing Caleb as long as I've known him and being able to see him, I think it was the week before last now, being able to see him just in the last couple weeks leading up to the fight, he's just so locked in. And he's really, I think he's more athletic than a lot of people know, and he's stronger than a lot of people know. And by Wade's testament, he's getting stronger every single fight, which I believe. I don't think that Wade is blowing smoke. I think that he is getting stronger. So I think we're going to see a dominant performance from Caleb Plant. And I think that I don't know if he's going to stop Truax. Truax is the kind of guy, he's a hard fighter to beat, because you got to beat him physically and then you got to beat him mentally. You're not going to, you know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, mentally, it's not going to happen. You know, you have a better chance of the ref coming in and saying, hey, you know, you're 10 rounds in, you haven't won a round, you know, save it for another day. You know, so I could see that kind of situation happening. But I do think to date, this will be virtually his second best opponent.
Do you think he needs a dominant performance?
Yeah.
For sure.
Fans are restless with him right now. They're ready to see Caleb step up.
Yeah. I think
we all see the talent in Caleb. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Ant. I think even beyond that, when you're on Fox primetime, and you got a lot of eyes on you, you want to keep those eyes on you. And the best way you do that is by being very dominant. If anyone doesn't know you when they see you, now they know exactly who you are and what to expect next time they see you. You know?
And situationally, I think with like the rumors, you have Canelo, you have Benavidez. I think you have that outside noise. Yeah. And now you're on center stage.
Yeah.
So whether these people were doubting, hey, can Caleb Plant compete with Canelo? I can't wait to see Caleb Plant and David Benavidez.
Yeah.
You got it now.
Yeah.
You got to show them, because people still, I don't think a lot of people think Caleb is overrated, but kind of like we mentioned with the hype, I think now people are starting to say, hey, you guys are hyping this guy up a little bit. I want to see him in there with somebody. He's a somebody.
It's almost a Danny Garcia effect, where it's kind of like you're going down a road where they're going to start calling you a cherry picker.
I think so?
Like he hasn't fought elite. The last 2 fighters is they shouldn't have been in the ring with him. Let's be real.
I don't disagree.
The last 2 fighters should not have been in the ring with him. However, and even this fight, Truax is a mandatory fight for him. And
it's not disrespectful to Caleb. It's just we hold him on such a high level.
Yeah,
right.
We see the talent in him, man. I think
a lot of people, more than anything, they're trying to figure out exactly who he is. Yeah. And I think that you just haven't seen it yet. Excuse me. If you haven't been in camp with him, you haven't known him for an extended period of time, then at this point, you just don't know exactly who Caleb is. White kid, 168, holding the belt, really cool demeanor, very fast, very slick, but there's still some questions whether or not he is a world champion type of fighter. And I think that even in this fight, I think he's got to look like really great for everybody to say, okay, he is everything that he claims to be. He says that he's been through a lot, and we see him fight. He has dominant performances, but I still don't know who he is. I think that this is the kind of fight that can really make an announcement as to exactly who Caleb Plant is and who you can expect him to be moving forward.
Yeah, especially, I mean, look at Caleb Truax's record, whether they're wins or losses. He's been in there with some guys. Like his losses are like DeGale, Anthony Durrell, Jermaine Taylor. Like he hasn't lost to like some slouches. So I mean, if anything, like you said, he's going to be a guy that you really have to break down. And I wonder if we see Caleb maybe a little bit more aggressive at times than we have before, where we know he's going to be slick. We know he's going to be responsible defensively.
Yeah.
But maybe we see him want to make that statement and put his foot to the gas a little bit more and try to really make a statement and knock him out.
I think we will. And here's why I say I think we will. His nature is counterpunching. His nature is moving, being very slick, very fast. And I think a lot of fighters, they want to go up to the next level and they figure out exactly what it is I need to do to get to the next level. Well, I already have that. So that's in my back pocket if I need it. This is what I'm going to do. And what I think he's going to do is be a little bit more aggressive than we've seen in the past. I think he's going to want to stay in the middle of the ring a lot more than we've seen in the past. And I think you're going to see him punch with a lot more intent, especially with his right hand sitting down on his punches more than we have in the past.
And he also has some power. Like, for anyone that just thinks he's a slick guy, like, he put Uzcategui down and was, I don't remember the odds, but he was not like, Uzcategui was a guy that people were avoiding. Like, he wasn't
favored to win that fight.
Yeah, and so he really stepped out, and I think he made it look easier maybe than it was, and so that's why people were like, "Oh, was Uzcategui that good?" So
yeah,
I look forward to a big performance from Caleb for
sure. Do we get Caleb Benavidez this year? I mean, Caleb's doing his thing, taking care of business.
Yeah,
Benavidez doing his thing. He just has to make weight, but besides that, he's doing his thing.
It's down crazy.
For that it's set up to just crash in 2021.
I'm so down for that fight.
It's over. It's one of those fights. It's overdue, man.
Yeah,
it's a big fight too.
We need it.
It's overdue, and I think with all of the talk of Canelo and Caleb Plant, I think that the fight with Plant and Benavidez is kind of faded out, at least for me, because it's just like I think that's a better fight.
Yeah.
You think stylistically it's a better fight, Canelo and Plant versus Plant and Benavidez? Do you think that which fight is more entertaining?
I want the Benavidez.
I would agree with Ant. I would like Benavidez.
Canelo's dominant.
I think I want Benavidez because they're both Canelo's the established older guy, and both of those guys they're the hungry guys that want to say, "No, I am that guy."
Yeah,
and there's a little bad blood between the two. They like to talk some trash to each other. So I would prefer to see him and Benavidez, but I of course would love to see him Canelo, as we mentioned before. But
I'm not mad at Plant versus Benavidez, and I agree with what you're saying, Carson. At the end of the day, you're saying, "Yo, I beat him. I'm the guy in the weight class," because prior to Canelo coming in to the 168-pound division, it was Benavidez, and I think that to this point, Caleb, even though he's a world champion, he's been playing second fiddle to Benavidez, who, I mean, he's had some electrifying performances, but he's also had some trouble. And I think that's really, I mean, there's no secret that's what's really holding him back. Yeah. I think that he could be in line to fight Canelo if he didn't have the issues that he had outside of the ring.
Yeah. I would love to see that fight towards the end of this year, or maybe even towards the middle of this year, potentially.
I think we see Caleb now in January, then we should look to see him again in the middle half of this year. Yeah,
and that sets it up, man. Yeah. Get a dominant win against Truax, and then after that fight, just say, "Give me Benavidez."
What's 3 fights we're looking forward to in 2021? I got a Plant, Benavidez, Porter, Spence 2, Joshua Fury. Actually, no, nope. Dang, the 135s is messing me up. Because I could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Dang.
Off top, I would say I'm excited about Fury Joshua if that happens. I would say.
Hold on. Scratch Porter, put in Crawford. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with it. One that I'm excited about that is.
My dude comes back with a crowbar, like, "Yo, I'm ready now."
Yeah. The one I'm excited about that is happening is Estrada and Chocolatito too. But no, I would love Plant Benavidez is up there. Fury Joshua is up there.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw that one out there.
Any of those 135 guys, those top guys that want to match up, Shawn and Bud. As I've said before, I would prefer Spence and Bud, but I was muted last time I said that. Yeah, I think those would be the ones that really stick out, and maybe Canelo against one of those guys if they don't fight each other.
Yeah, I'll do credit to you, Shawn. I'll take you against Crawford or Smith. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a good fight no matter what how you look at it.
Pacquiao. I need to see Deontay Wilder come back.
Man, what's up with him?
That's it.
What's up with him, Shawn?
I need to see Deontay Wilder come back.
What's up with him?
Not sure.
Don't say nothing crazy.
I would like to see Deontay come. I would like to see Deontay, like Shawn said, come back in general. I would love for it to be against either Charles Martin or Dillian White.
Yeah. Come on, Deontay.
And Dillian White's fighting Povetkin again.
I think that's a good fight too. Dillian White and
Deontay.
Deontay. Yes.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah, I think we because he's been out so long and because it's been just noise as far as
almost a
everything
year
with
right now.
Deontay. Yeah,
right?
We just want to see Deontay in the ring doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Like I think we're just fight fans are excited. Like love Deontay. I think he's one of the better guys in boxing. I think when you talk about like just good guys, I think he's up there.
Yeah.
And we just want to see you knock some people out, man.
Yeah, come on, man. We believe in you.
We're looking forward to it.
We believe in you.
Nah, man. On some real stuff, like you could talk about all the dream matchups you could make this year, but I don't care who I see him up against. I want to see him come back. And I hope that the return that is I think a lot of people are anticipating his return too. I don't think it's just me and other fans of Wilder. I think like the general public who grew to know him prior to his last fight want to see him back in the ring. I think there's a lot of questions to be answered just by getting in the ring.
There's
and also
nothing
Wilder,
like a heavyweight that can knock people out like that.
He possesses that one-hitter quitter. Literally, he's what people think about when it comes to boxing. Deontay Wilder. You can talk about styles. You can talk about different weight classes, but it's unmatched a heavyweight that can put somebody out like Deontay can.
I was actually teaching some guys the other day. My dad wasn't at the gym, so I was taking these guys through some drills, and I was showing them how to throw the 1-2, shifting your shoulders.
You slap somebody at the gym?
Shifting your hips, things like that. And I was letting them know. I said a lot of people think that they know how to throw the 1-2 or the right hand. I said but then you take a look at a guy like Deontay Wilder, where virtually if there was any right hand that you should study and learn how to throw, you should be studying and learning how to throw it the way Deontay Wilder throws it, because he's the kind of fighter that we talk about the power and all that kind of stuff, big knockouts. Mm-hmm. But when you cut through the thick of the knockout and all that kind of stuff, how did it happen? And he's technique. That kind of fighter that has the perfect technique with his right hand. No matter when he throws it, how he lands it, it always lands perfect right there.
That thing's like the Thanos snap
on the chin.
that thing can snap, and the whole world is benzo.
Man, listen. With that being said,
I'll never forget the Luis Ortiz.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
But he folded him like a lawn chair, and that was all bad.
Let's go, Deontay. It's about that time, baby.
No doubt.
I'm gonna try to hit him up.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Hey, yo. Enjoy the rest of the games, fellas. Everybody out there, continue to like, continue to follow, continue to tell a friend. We appreciate y'all. God bless.
Hey, I'll be in Louisiana this weekend. If you see me walk through the airport, my Porter White gear on, no pictures.
He's gonna hit the Jay-Z. No pictures.
No pictures.
Hey,
we got merch coming.
Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.